Athletes Unlimited Volleyball is back in action. As week 3 closes, the world's best players continue the championship chase. A single crown on the line, entangled in the heart of a team sport. The midpoint of the season is here. Tonight, 2 veteran captains, Lowe and Dela Cruz, battle to gain ground on the leaderboard. Tension builds. A night of pro volleyball takes the court. Who will shine? Who will struggle? Get ready for Athletes Unlimited Volleyball right now. Tonight's match is presented by Aspiration, the global leader in sustainability as a service. Welcome back to Dallas. It's like we never left. Match number 2 of the evening from Fair Park Coliseum. Team Lowe taking on Team Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz, the all-time career leader in captainships, tries to salvage a weekend as both teams come in 0-2. Let's look at our Geico leaderboard right here. It was Danny Drews with the lead. She maintains it for now coming in. And Dela Cruz down to 3rd. Shayla Castro has been exceptional, but just coming off a loss to Team Drews. Welcome in for match number 2, Kevin Barnett alongside Katie Carter, longtime professional player who played in this league last year. And Katie, with these 2 teams, give me one thing each side can do to produce the victory.
Right, so for Team Dela Cruz, it's win the serve and pass game. And for Team Lowe, it's find your go-to hitter.
All right, go-to hitter is the question for Team Lowe. It has to be somebody besides Karsta. She's not available. Lindsey Stahlzer possible.
That's right, and at this point, Stahlzer, she's carrying that load. She got 56 set in last night's match, 17 kills, but hey, she's getting all the junk. She's getting every high ball, every scrappy set, so she's really carrying the load that she's not quite used to, but hey, I think she's comfortable and she's confident coming in tonight.
Comfortable confidence with Dela Cruz.
Oh, and she's envisioning, we see the vision of comfortable and confidence. You have all the veteranship here, all the experience, and she's just looking to get her team to play, to get them together. We saw last night kind of having to use those bench players. Tonight, let's see who starts on the court and who can produce.
Now is not the time to leave your seat. Stay in. One last match in week 3. Who goes home with the victory? Is it the veteran or the upstarts?
Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate.
Athletes Unlimited Volleyball match 2 from Fair Park Coliseum, ready to take shape. First serve just about here. Let's take a look at our lineups for both teams. First for Team Lowe, Alicia Childress continues in that setting position. She has been a steady presence. Shader McNeil gets a 2nd start.
That's right, and Shader McNeil, I was impressed by her performance last night, coming off the bench, showing some power, showing some confidence as well. It's what they needed last night.
A lot of double quick possibilities with Shader on that right side.
Exactly.
For Team Dela Cruz, they subbed a couple of players in last night. They're going to start them tonight, Wilson and Santos Lamb.
That's right, and I like that move from Team Dela Cruz, starting those players that finished the match last night, rewarding them in that way, and I really am impressed by Wilson's performance. She was kind of a clutch player, very consistent at the net.
Third member of our crew is an Olympian in 2012, Key Michael, hello.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the court. Well, I'm not actually on the court, but I'm pretty close. So if you're watching at home and you want to chat to any players, just use the hashtag KeyCam at BBKey. But I'm going to give you my player to watch because you guys probably know that Karsta's not on the court. But Shader McNeil did such a good job stepping in for her. That's a huge role to fill. She had 8 kills, 13 digs. Yes, I had to write that down because I couldn't memorize it. But she also has a YouTube channel with her husband, so she's creative like that. Like, I love that about her. So that's my player to watch. Enjoy.
Josh Lang and Shader McNeil with the YouTube channel. Check it out. We're underway here, first rally, and it's a good one. Nomaris, the reigning Geico Defensive Player of the Year with the play there. And then on the other side, Benson, who's in the running this year. Ribero's making the first rally something else. Betty, a bomb. Out of bounds. That was a lot of work for 1 point.
That's right. Made me a little bit tired watching that. One thing I noticed that's different here with this lineup for Team Dela Cruz is Carly Lloyd is forcing them to run a little bit of a higher offense. These players aren't playing as quick as you're used to seeing.
If you're just joining us, you're looking at Dela, Cruz, the captain, the all-time leader in terms of captainship, spent the most time on the leaderboard across any sport in the Athletes Unlimited brand. Softball, basketball, lacrosse, and volleyball. Been a rough weekend so far for Team Dela Cruz. They're coming off a sweep put on them by Team Cruz, who went 3-0 on the weekend. Looking for a rebound match. Taylor Morgan's got to be a part of that. Always having a good time while competing.
Of course.
Betty remains the line. The only jump serve you'll see a hybrid, but you won't see a pure jumper except for Betty.
Such a difficult serve. It takes so much energy to produce that kind of power.
12 points to her personal account and a 3-0 on the board for her team. Last year it was a big thing to put colors in your hair for whatever color you were in that week. Betty came prepared this year and said, I put all the colors in my hair.
And from what I understand, it costs money, you know, to get that done. So why not just one-stop shop? Don't have to make any more appointments as the season goes on.
Kill there by Jenna Rosenthal in the middle.
And again, like we've mentioned before, I love getting those middles involved when we can to open up those pin hitters. And what we're gonna look for here with Team Lowe is Shadair McNeil running kind of like a middle blocker type swing. So a quick attack behind, a one leg.
Right, a lot of slide action. Sambothi with the block. So offense and defense from the middles again for Team Lowe.
And watch Taylor Sambothi here just jump straight up. She is not reaching to one side or the other. She is jumping exactly where her feet were, being careful not to reach so her defenders can see the attacker as well.
Overpass, Sambothi puts it away. The middles, it's all about them right now.
Hey, they're here, they're ready. They want to be involved, so involve them. Middle's so important in a team's offense.
I think you should get some points as a server for generating an overpass that becomes a kill. Get like a +5 or something. There's a pop-up from Sambothi. Lloyd, Morgan, Terraflex. That's the surface, kids, if you don't know.
The defender Terraflex had that one.
It's like playing.
New player.
It's like playing right back or left out.
Yes.
Daughter of a coach and a professor, Taylor Morgan. Great combination, tough serve. Oh, I love that swing from Stahlzer. She's been asked to give some tot here for the other side.
Yep, she's, you know, I think this is Stahlzer. You know, Stahlzer was an opposite years ago.
A middle blocker before that.
Middle blocker before. So she's kind of, I mean, if I'm her, I'm thinking, oh, I'm reliving the past of like, give me all that. Give me all the junk. And she's, I'm not going to say her age, but she's among the oldest in this group.
Yeah, you can't guess. No one can guess it.
You have
watching
no
her
idea.
play. No.
You definitely cannot.
Lindsey Stahlzer giving some tot for Team Lowe. That is taking out the trash at the opposite spot. High balls abound. And tough situations like right now. Betty, back row, bomb, dug. Shadair, she played nice defense yesterday as well.
Yep, she did.
Through the block. That was the thing I think you said to me before this match about Noami. A cannon for a right arm.
Yeah, Noami, heavy arm. And on top of that, she has got the attitude to go with it. I mean, she is fierce, man. She wants that. She's such a competitor. I've played against her in Puerto Rico, and when she gets on fire, watch out, man. Might be a little smack talk at the net as well.
That ball is still up. Farah off the block. Tell me about the difference, Katie, as a player, where you warm up and then you get subbed in after the first set or partway through the second or whatever, versus warming up and playing.
Well, I think it depends on the player. I think it depends on the physicality of the player. If you're someone that's a big in size player, you get so warm and then you cool off right away. So you've got to stay ready. You've got to do what you can, whether it's bands, whether it's rolling out, whether it's push-ups, whatever you need to do. I've done burpees before. It's such a huge important thing to be warm and stay ready.
Was that when you were overseas and kind of bummed out you did burpees? Like, why would someone do that to themselves?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I think in my younger years of playing pro, and when you're the backup, and you're just like, at this point, I just want to get a workout in.
Okay, all right. Burpees, yuck.
I'm going to achieve something today. Yeah, and then dumb enough to do burpees because, you're 25 years old or something like that.
Lindsey Stahlzer, not 25 to answer that question. More than 15 years as a professional. Backslide Farah again, 2 for 2. For the Naperville, Illinois native. A lot of great talent coming out of Naperville, Illinois.
That's a tough ball to block because you can see how the pass is, it's a perfect pass. The block is staying true. Taylor Sambothy doesn't quite make it in time. Lloyd delivering that quick set for Farah.
Yeah, Noami, the other jumper, and the roll shot from Valines is good.
One of the first roll shots we've seen in the match so far. And I'm not sure she had any other angle to hit. It looked like she was a little bit wide attacking that ball. The defenders should be able to read that and adjust.
Seen a lot of pushing and a lot of free balls with the connection between Lloyd and Dela Cruz. And this one goes down, but something to watch. Can they consistently connect?
And Betty Dela Cruz, she wants a different set. A lot of the attackers are wanting a higher ball, or sorry, excuse me, a faster ball. Betty Dela Cruz wants a higher ball, kind of a loopy, because she's so physical. She wants that time to get a hand on it.
Well, she didn't have any time there to get out of the way, but just did. (10-6) Team Dela Cruz, early lead against the Karsta-Lowless Team Lowe.
Karsta got pretty fired up though last night in the match, although she was on the sidelines. She's unavailable to play tonight, but definitely still really intense with her team, cheering them on, and such a competitor.
And she's seated on the end of the bench, so she's again present. Backslide, McNeil. That is tough. So much happening on the right-hand side of the floor with Shadera McNeil, who played her college ball at Texas. Thank you to our official partner, Geico, for their support of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. The end of week 3, but the start of this match. First set of 3 we will play, win by 2 in each of the first 3. We will play to 25, and you must have that 2-point advantage to take home the set. If we're tied on the aggregate at the end of 3, we will have a golden set. Stahlzer missed it. So Lindsey Stahlzer had 17 kills, 2 aces, 2 blocks, 8 digs. A career night for her, but she did have 10 errors as well.
That's right, and the reason for that is when you're getting that many sets, and we know that without Karsta-Lowe on the court, Stahlzer is getting a lot of the junk, we like to call it. So a lot of those sets that are thrown up, hard to attack. So that doesn't really help your statistics so much, but you've got to watch the game and see what kind of sets those balls are. Are they hittable? Are they need to free ball them over?
Noma with the left hand. Benson again under it there. Both liberos active once again. That ball is tight. And Carly Lloyd with the fake.
And that's such a tough one. I mean, it does happen. It's kind of like the scenario of the ball that lands between the two players when you're not communicating. It's something that's so silly and you would think only happens at a lower level, but in this case, you've got to look up for the ball and then just grab the ball.
Carly playing for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, her nonprofit partner. Lines.
Nice to see Valines open up on an attack. Really nice arm swing here. You can see she really gets a swing on it. She has time to open up when the set's a little bit quicker. Not so much time to open up your arm.
And a nice dig this time from Valines. Boy, Noma is doing some work in that left back position. Benson as well. I pity the fool that has to try and decide the Geico Defensive Player of the Year this year.
I was just going to say that. It's a difficult call this year. All four liberos are so talented and so much fun to watch, and it's something you can't really see on your screen, but the caliber of attacks that they're digging, they're such hard-driven attacks, running down the ball, making great reads. And something that I love too about a good libero is if they're capable to in serve receive to receive like half the court, in my book that's
love that
best libero. And then if you're a good high ball setter, that's number 2.
Played on a terrific team in Italy in A1, won Champions League. As that ace serve finds the back line. Mirko Corzano was that guy. He would pass half the court, and people would ask me, "Who's the best player on your team?" Featured an Olympic MVP on the team. I said, no. The best player on the team is the libero. He is most excellent at his job.
Amazing.
Aspiration Aces, most excellent support of this league, is planting trees on the planet. 10 for every ace. 10 more going in the ground there. We had more than 1,200 planted coming into tonight. We're well on our way to 1,500 already. How about 10 more back-to-back trees and points for Team Dela Cruz, 15-10.
And if you're Betty Dela Cruz, you want to go for this deep corner here with Lindsey Stahlzer. Take her out as an attacker, make her move. Let's see where she goes here.
Ace number 3. And Joe Trinzi calls a timeout. Has to be called by the captain. The lines indicated to our referees. 16-10 on the strength of back-to-back-to-back winners from the service line from the international legend, Betania Dela Cruz.
Let's take a look at Betty Dela Cruz. This is from last night, but take a look here. She's so good at getting her feet to the ball. She's able to contact it high and get that deep corner shot. Again here, digging the ball, transitioning, high contact point here. Defenders all in the correct spot. She quickly gets it down to the campfire. We've got 3 people down, no ball up on that one. And on this one, just coming inside for that set. That must have been a planned inside set, hitting the sharp angle.
13 kills, 9 digs last night for Betania Dela Cruz, but not a ton of points as her team got swept in the overall sets and victory. And that'll hurt you on the leaderboard, down to 3rd coming into tonight for Betania Dela Cruz. We'll see if she can climb back up via victory here. Good success thus far in the first set, 16-10. Kevin Barnett alongside Katie Carter and Olympian Key Michael down on the sidelines. Glad you're with us for match number 2 of the evening here on CBS Sports Network.
And Betty Dela Cruz coming off a few aces.
Already with the turkey. What's next? Just enough of a dig. The line's blocked, just out. Still time for Team Lowe here in set 1.
And Lindsey Stahlzer just coming in hot. She is ready for everything. I love her footwork. I love her speed. And we've talked about her vertical in the past, but that helps her so hugely right now against this Dela Cruz block.
Nice layoff, but a better block that time by Sambothi, who picks up her 2nd of this first set.
And that's a situation for Sambothi, a player for Sambothi to block. If you're just thinking in your head as a blocker, I'm going to push my hands low and over the net. I don't want to go high. We're not blocking a 6'4" attacker. That's how you're going to be the most successful in that situation.
Noami Santos Lamb, all too familiar with the Puerto Rican League MVP, Taylor Sambothi. That ball way up high and gone from Erica Wilson, who's getting her first start of the season. Wilson came in last night as a sub. Pretty nice evening.
Right, and I think it's hard after at this point in the season, if you haven't seen much time, to come in and kind of fill in your groove. You know, when you're kind of on the sidelines, it's hard to kind of remember, how did I play? What do I do? So You need kind of a minute to get back in.
Yeah, 9 kills, 250 last night for Wilson, off to a slow start, but it's only the first set. She replaced Fallon Fanoy-Moana, who was drafted ahead of her, but Fallon had negative points on the match. Without any of those team points to offset a bad start, you can have a bad start and just end up in the negative in a hurry. Outside, Stahlzer, perfect rhythm.
And I love the Childress-Stahlzer connection, too. Stahlzer does so well with the quick sets. She's not the tallest player. Again, she has the vertical, but having that connection, making those blockers really think and try to rush over, and no time to close on that one.
The general public confused because Stahlzer's 6'1". Not that big for a volleyball player.
Definitely not in this crowd.
You said at 6'2" you felt small last year.
Definitely.
Stahlzer nearly had that one saved by Betty and Noma. Good pass, again in rhythm. Another touch from Wilson doing work at the net. Betty, winner.
Team Dela Cruz putting in the work in the rally to get Betty Dela Cruz the back row kill. I like the defense that we're seeing, and I like all the communication and the ball control. It requires a lot of ball control to get your setter in a good situation here to deliver those balls.
Long back slide, clean contact, you heard it from Sambothi.
You heard it and you saw it in her body language after that kill.
Those were the balls last night. They were arriving just a little too high for Taylor.
Yes, catching them high, looking for a touch, maybe not getting it, but just, you know, getting that good hand contact. Feels good, really feels good.
She's not on the volleyball court. You'll find Terrell Sambothi at the lake. Within reach, Team Lowe. That ball is not in and untouched. It is gone. Team Lowe creeps closer, and Key is creeping somewhere around inside Fair Park.
I am always creeping around. Right now I'm creeping here with Frankie Valdez. You're a friend of Betty's, but also an Olympian.
I know Betty since she's like 13 years old.
That is so good. And so you said you trained the men's and women's Dominican team, trained together growing up?
Yeah, so back home at the Olympic Center, both girls and the boys national team, we train in the same center, live in the same place, eat the same food. It's like all mixed together. So
like a family.
It is a big family.
And so when you met Betty, she was a ball girl.
Yeah, so Betty, I mean, she's such a superstar now, but Betty came out from like the bottom. Like Betty was a ball girl for when we were playing growing up, and she wasn't allowed to play. She's gonna kill me, but she wasn't allowed to play it in the indoor courts yet because she wasn't good enough. So she would only train in the outdoor courts.
Well, we have to go to break. I feel like we cut you off there. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for being on the broadcast.
Team Lowe making a run on Team Dela Cruz. It's been a while since Betania had to shag. We'll be back. The conclusion of set one is on the way.
Watch your sideline here. Again, watch your tape here, watch your tape. I'm with you here. Hey, high and drop here, high and drop. I have you deep here, high and drop, watch the drop there. Stay deep with Erica, I think she's just really swinging high. Everything else, she's high enough, I'll get in front of you. Myron, come on. I've got you fast, cover her. Ah!
You were into the action with Guaranteed Rate, and Arizona's Amanda Benson played her ball at Oregon in 2016. Been on the pro circuit since, won the Swiss championship last year.
And the liberos are they're the quarterback in the back row. I love to hear it when they're telling people where to go and helping their defensive teammates out.
Betty with some D there in the middle back. Farah has to chip it. Can they take advantage? The double sub is in. Down the line, a winner from Valines. We are tied all the way back from 16 to 10. So that is an 8-2 run ongoing.
And it's been a little bit of a back and forth, getting these hitters in rhythm. And you see Valines here finding her rhythm down the line, finding the open spot. Carly Lloyd left a little bit of the line open there.
One double sub deserves another.
Yep.
And so we'll have it on the other side with Fallon Fanoy-Moana coming in at the opposite position. And the other setter, Rai Santos.
And the double sub, of course, the opposite is coming in for the setter coming in for the opposite, so that you always have 3 attackers in the front row. The setter is always back.
With the dig, and that ball in or out, who knows? Touched at the last moment. That was a hustling effort right there to get underneath the ball. Tegenrud doing all she could.
I think both teams right now, we saw a similar situation earlier with Team Drews and Team Shayla, just finding those offensive attackers that who's going to be your go-to right now? Who are you going to go to at the end of the set, end of the match?
Benson dig high in the middle. Right side, Fanoy-Moana. Tough opportunity, hit the antenna. Point, Team Lowe.
Not much she could do there. She was simply trying to save the ball and also find a piece of the blocker's hands. See if she can get the block out.
Take a look at our Geico leaderboard. It's ever changing. 19-19 in this first set. Betty Dela Cruz cross court dug up by Taylor Sambothi and put away at the net by the lines. 2019.
So beautiful dig here by Sambothi, really scooping under it. Great bump set as well. Not much option to get her hands on it with Tegenrud.
5 points for the dig, 1 for the assist, 8 for the kill.
There you go.
How about now?
Nice
Did
try.
she get some hands? No, she did not.
I think she was going for a flatter swing, looking for those fingertips.
Yeah.
Was unable to get her feet there in time to take a real swing.
I like Valens when she takes cuts. I'd rather she take full cuts with whatever she's doing. Being Shayla's nice. It takes a while to develop.
Yes. Stick with what you know, and if it works, keep doing it.
Farah misses. So now's the moment for Team Lowe, because that miss, you had an opportunity to open a rather large lead over 20. Team Lowe with an opportunity again to do so. They will unwind the double sub, which was a successful move for the side.
And pretty smart at this point, at this point in the week, this point in the season, 3rd match of the week, we're halfway in. Let's try to save our legs a little bit and see if the other players can contribute.
Taylor Morgan contributes there.
I love watching Taylor Morgan. She's she again, not the biggest at 6 feet, but still springy. She gets up so quick and swings so fast.
But completely unfriendly.
Oh yeah, you definitely
do not look her in the eyes.
Don't let the pink fool you. I mean, the pink does not mean she's nice. It's just.
She is a wonderful conversation. You get a chance to talk to Taylor Morgan, come to a match, get her autograph. Really one of the fun personalities, of which there are many in this league.
And must just be amazing to be coached by as well.
Double sub unwound. Lloyd back. That is going to be, back row attack. It's either back row attack or an overcall.
Exactly. So if you're Taylor Morgan, there you don't want to reach over. If you're Alicia Childress, you don't want to jump to save that ball, but she did. Back row attack.
Timeout called by Team Lowe, 22-20. The advantage gained by Dela Cruz. Story in this one, a little run in the middle, 16-10. A timeout from Lowe on the heels of Betania Dela Cruz ripping aces, 3 of them in a row. And Taylor Bruns, who's already gotten in the action here, part of coming to Athletes Unlimited, is choosing a nonprofit partner. Here's Taylor Bruns with more on her partner for 2022.
The cause that I'm going to play for is the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. The reason I chose this is because it is near and dear to my heart. I think mental health in the past has been so stigmatized, and I love that we're coming into a new age where it's being talked about, it's being seen as the issue that it is, and people are getting resources that they need. And being the light that people need in their life at their darkest. It's really near and dear to me.
Athlete causes allow athletes to play their season in part for the benefit of the nonprofit organization of their choice. At the end of the year, the Give Lively Foundation will make a grant equal to 50% of the athlete's end of season bonus to their nonprofit partner. It ends up being more than $150,000 at the end of every Athletes Unlimited season across all sports. South Carolina was the college, the real USC, if you can talk to Taylor Brunstigan, originally out of Normal, Illinois. Love all the talent out of Illinois. There's been a long history of volleyball culture on the girls' side coming into college.
Yep.
From that state. So right now we're wrapping up this first set, just a few points away from somebody taking it. Tomorrow you'll find out who takes who in our draft, the weekly draft hosted by Olympian Key Michael. That is 1 p.m. Eastern time. You'll find out where all your favorite players land, what color jersey they will wear in the following week. It's only on AU Pro Sports YouTube as well as the Facebook. Shuffle up the roster and play again, but there's some volleyball left to be done here. Naomi Santos-Lamb with a couple of kills in this first set, getting her first start of the year. 22-21 for Britannia's side. Kevin Barnett, Katie Carter, and Key Michael. There is Karsten Lowe, the captain, unable to play in this one, but again, supporting her side on the bench.
It's interesting how teams are handling injuries, who's playing, who's producing. A lot of players getting their chance.
The lines with another miss.
And with Stahlzer in the back row right now for Team Lowe, if they have a good pass, they're for sure going to Rosenthal, I think.
Okay, we'll see if Shadir McNeil makes it all the way across. She's stacked to the left right now. She will. Again to the lines, this time it's a put away.
She got a do-over and she predicts. I like it. Building that trust between the setter and the hitter.
Yeah, you want that if you're the hitter.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now the lines to the back row to serve. Another opportunity to impact the match. Betty gets the hands and the K. Set point, Team Dela Cruz.
Betty does that so well. She does it fully on purpose. You can see from our angle where we're sitting that she kind of drops her elbow a little bit, angles her hand up so that she's able to catch the blocker's hands. And that's something if you're experienced enough and you know her well, you pull those hands down.
Already 3 aces, Betty. Wilson back in, chops it inside the block, kept alive by McNeil. Nice dig by Benson! Yes, just enough! And then blocked. What a save, a dig by Benson, and then an absolute charge from Alicia Childress.
Wow, what a play by Benson. You could hear the attack and then immediately hear the dig. Such a strong attack by Betty Dela Cruz coming out of the back row with so much momentum and power.
Second set point, Dela Cruz. Betty tip, Childress dig. Good bump set. Noma with the platform. The Big Beth is huge.
The bestie duo, I love it. Noma to Betty again.
Plays like that keep you in the captain's chair. They win sets, they win matches. Team points and individual points go in the way of Team Dela Cruz on this. The big right arm of Britannia Dela Cruz, 25-23 in set one.
Power My Voice is really a specific movement for us to actually celebrate the fact that we have something to say and we're not just athletes.
The Power My Voice campaign to me really embodies a lot of what Athletes Unlimited is about. It's
first to encourage voter participation, but then also to just uplift marginalized communities in their voices, and also to encourage people to use their voice. As a woman and as a Black woman, I am in a specific area that not always am I represented, not always is my voice or people like me, their voice is heard.
And so I think we really want to just kind of invite everybody else into that and say that, you know, no matter whether it's through your words, your actions, your vote, whatever it is, you have a unique perspective to offer this world, and there is power in your voice.
In 2022, Athletes Unlimited launched Power in My Voice, a year-long campaign in partnership with Vote.org to inspire participation, demonstrate that there is power in every person's voice, and encourage fans to exercise their power through their vote and other forms of civic engagement. Whether it's speaking up for a cause, standing up for teammates and peers, or helping out in the community, everyone can have an impact through their actions. Set one is in the books, but Key and Cassidy are courtside.
Key and Cass, what a combo. Cassidy already knows I fangirl over her a lot, but you were the brainchild behind Power in My Voice. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so it came up out of, I think, first Athletes Unlimited's commitment to civic leadership and civic engagement, and we were really thinking about what's the message we want to send. And Jasmine Jackson actually just said the phrase, "There is power in my voice," and from that, I was inspired to write this kind of verse about it, about how we can use the power in our voices to stand up for a cause, to help the people, you know, around us who need it, and to encourage other people to find the power in theirs. And so that's where it all came from, and it just felt like right in the middle of kind of the ethos of AU, which is empowering us as athletes to use our voices, and we wanted to just kind of bring all of our community in that with us.
I love that you gave credit to Jazz there. You're such a legend. But she won the 2021 Civic Leadership Award. You were a nominee for it. Yeah. You're also the first current player on a chair. Not this kind of chair, but a board of directors. And you're also in the top 10 on the leaderboard. How do you do it all?
It's a lot of work, but it's the opportunity that Athletes Unlimited gives us to be more than just athletes. And so I've learned so much being on the player executive committee. I was so excited to become a part of the board of Athletes Unlimited to learn more about the organization and to learn more from the leadership. And so I think it's every step of the way I've gotten to experience something different and do something different. And so it's just been great to keep learning.
I don't know if you guys know this, but we refer to her as the Chuck Norris because fill in the blank. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
It's because Cassidy doesn't sleep, she just waits?
Yes.
Is that why?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Cassidy doesn't play volleyball. Volleyball plays Cassidy, the other way around.
Wait, you got to work on your Chuck Norris references down there, Key. The internet is there for you. We are here in the second set for you, and the volleyball enthusiast as Erica Wilson makes a nice play off her own block. Benson, perfect spot, overhand, and put away in transition by Stahlzer. They're going to need a lot more of that on the Team Lowe side. You were looking at some stats here through one. What jumped out at you, Katie?
Right, so really super low hitting efficiencies for both teams, actually. For Team Dela Cruz, we got hitting 100, and Team Orange hitting 180. So really low, but the difference is the aces, all by Betty Dela Cruz. 4 aces in that last set. And then I think at the end of the set, I'm pretty sure she told Carly Lloyd, set me every ball, and got a little mad, and they won the set. And that's all I can really get from that. Everything is a little bit up and down throughout this match.
Well, the middle play offensively for the women in gold is up as that Shader McNeil backslide ends in a K for the orange side, but it is 3 of 4 for Taylor Morgan and 3 of 6 for Rachel Farah. If you can pass the ball on the gold side, you have a consistent weapon in the middles. 28-25 in the overall. Team Dela Cruz leading with a lot of Betty. That ball is missed, no touch. We're tied at 3. Shader McNeil loves the backslide move. Does it for her serve as well.
Hey, stick with what you know and what you're good at. One-leg attack, one-legged serve.
And defense. A lot of that from number 15. I believe that was Rachel Farah that said, "Give it to me." And that's what she said the very first time she got subbed in. Carly Lloyd happened to be her setter a couple of weeks ago, and Carly said she came in and said, "Give me the ball."
I love that. I love that. She's hungry. And she's difficult to block, as we saw in that last play. The blockers are coming down when she's attacking, so she's quick with her feet, a little bit slower, not in a bad way, with her arm swing. So the timing of the blockers, they might need to delay the block a little bit.
Noma with the dig. Noami out of the back row. That was a rip. Wilson back, road dog by Benson. Another long rally. Betty underneath it. Both teams picking up tips. Nice cover by Santos Lamb. It pays with a tip.
How many different types of attacks did we just see in that entire rally?
It's like a training tape. Oh no, our worst fears have come true. It's Taylor Morgan in the chair.
Hi.
Taylor, you're getting fired up down there. Good first set from your side.
Yes.
Third day, maybe a challenge. How do you cope with it?
You just give it all on the court, you know. We're operating, as Sue would say, we're operating on house money. But I'm just happy to be here, you know, happy to battle with my girls. This is fun. This is what champions are made of, and who's the grittiest, who wants it the most. So we're here for it.
Taylor, tell me your game plan going in today.
Be big, be low and over on the block. We got some fast hitters, so just shoot your hands over and be positive. You know, we're here having fun. We're always switching with the girls, and it's fun at the end of the day. So that's my mindset, and that's my game plan. Call the ball, demand the ball. I heard y'all talking about Rachel demands the ball. I'm going to do that. So, yeah.
Middles teaching middles.
Yes,
hey,
of course.
You have a professor mother and a coach dad.
Yeah, I do.
Who do you draw on when things get tough?
It depends.
Okay.
My mom gives me more emotional, and if I need something like, hey, I don't need any emotions right now, I will definitely call my dad, and he will definitely give me zero emotion. I take a lot after my dad when it comes to playing volleyball, but just in life, I take a lot after my mom. But, yeah, when the going gets tough, it really depends, I guess.
Taylor, when are you getting married? Tell me.
I'm getting married June 22nd. Hey, Tanner, I love you.
Are we all invited?
Yes, come on down to Florida.
Okay. We're going to crash it. That's what's going to happen.
I love it.
Taylor, your team is ripping. Keep getting after it.
Thank you.
All right, 8-3. Team Dela Cruz, again the aggressor, a 5-0 run. Tanner, pumped on what's going on. Looking forward to the middle part of the year. We're about at the middle point of this one.
And I said in on that. Wow. All right. You have Shaw. I have Sambo. Set stead. 3. Come on. Hey, I'm stepping up so you can see more. All right. I'll talk to you more on where Sambo's going.
Now serving.
Wait. Press low. Oh, yes! Let's go! They want a dub sub. We're just going to put a bigger person in front of them.
We were definitely into the action with Guaranteed Rate, and Rachel Farah out of Naperville, Illinois, finished her collegiate career at Colorado. Actually had one more year, did not take it. In the COVID world, you can play forever. And the owner of not only an undergrad degree, but a master's degree.
It's so cool to hear about what these players are doing off the court, and got some smarty pants players here as well. I mean, Rachel Farah hit 640 last night.
Yeah.
Very impressive performance.
Stahlzer inside the block and down. Fans, let's talk about the Unlimited Club. Joining it will enable you to stay connected with Athletes Unlimited all year long. 4 membership levels exist. They start at free, volleyball people. There's something for everyone. You can sign up today by downloading the Athletes Unlimited app, available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores, or go to auprosports.com for more information. You want to be connected with this brand throughout the year and enjoy everything that it has to offer. Betania cross body boomer.
I love the delivery from Carly Lloyd. I think they found Betty's set, that loopy set, and you can see why that's her set. She does it so well. Everywhere in the world that Betty Dela Cruz has played, I'm pretty sure whether she's drawn it with her finger or on a piece of paper, depending on the language that everybody's speaking, they know how to set Betty Dela Cruz.
The line smartly done. McNeil off 2 feet. Betty through the block, another winner. And finally, joy has returned to the town of Dela Cruz.
Exactly, just in that moment. And it's big plays like that. Big high ball, risky set. You can see here, Nomaris Santos Lamb, such a great set from so far back behind the court. Sorry, excuse me, in the court. And Dela Cruz just taking a rip.
Ace service, Farah. That is one 1-foot takeoff, victimizing another 1-foot takeoff. Boy, the serve and pass game is being won by the women in gold. For every ace during this year's Athletes Unlimited Volleyball season, Aspiration plants 10 trees headed into tonight. We were over 1,200. We're well past that. We have now committed near 1,500 thanks to Aspiration's support. Rachel Farah put 10 in the ground to play before that one.
Taylor Sambothi having a standout night so far. 6 swings, 4 kills.
Morgan with the kill out of the middle. Team Dela Cruz handling the ball. They are making Morgan and Farah weaponized gold killers.
Well, if Lloyd is able to set her middles, we definitely have a ball game. I mean, either side, any situation where you can set the middles.
Out of rotation. Things going from bad to worse for Team Lowe. 38-28. A 10-point lead opened up. Gold is hitting 440 in this second set as a group. Karsta Lowe maybe has to find a way to give some positivity to her side.
Now serving 14 Lowe, number 6, Alicia Childress.
Morgan throws it for another kill in the middle, collects yet another point. That's 14-6. And we go down to the future lead announcer for Athletes Unlimited. My job security is in jeopardy. Naya Crittenden.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Naya.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
You got in there with that double sub. You guys made a difference in that first set, but not quite enough. What's happening on your side right now?
Yeah, you know, we're figuring it out. You know, obviously it was really tough when we lost Karsta the other day, but we've adjusted and we've been fighting and playing so well, and everyone is, you know, going as hard as they can right now. You know, we've made some adjustments. I think right now, like we kind of talked about it in the last time out, you know, everyone needs to play relaxed. At some points we've gotten a little tense, but I think we've all really stayed together as a team and we're just fighting through. And the game yesterday was really, really tough. It was really long, and we're back today and, you know, still working on things. So we'll see how the rest of this set goes.
Naya, what's the difference coming into today's match compared to the rest of the week? It's the end of the week. Everybody's tired. What are we feeling?
Yeah, that was kind of the tough thing. We knew that, you know, we were all going to be tired today, but you have to keep pushing. You know, I mean, that's athletics, and I think right now, like, we've been really putting in a lot of fight, and we've been trying to work out and iron out, you know, different little kinks and stuff that we've had the last few days. But, you know, we're just kind of chugging along. We're making plays where we can and just really trying to communicate all the time.
You've played in Turkey, Germany, and in the Swiss League, and now here at Athletes Unlimited. How many more years do you plan on playing professionally? Just let me set a clock for when I'm done and you're in.
I don't know, actually. It's something that I really have to think about. It's been really nice to be home and to be in the U.S., and so it kind of makes me feel like spoiled to like be back home and see friends and family again. So I think after this, I'm going to have to really think about it, you know, and I know that I'm kind of in this in-between, like I'm not ready to let it go yet, but we'll see what happens. I think I will kind of use the next few months after this to reset and, you know, decide what's my next move.
Yeah, I've been joking about it, but you have an honest interest in becoming an announcer, or at least exploring that area of sport. Where does that come from?
You know, that's an interesting question. I don't know. I think I just always really, really like talking. Like, I can talk a lot, if you couldn't tell. And I used to really love just like reading and writing. Okay, we're heading in. Sorry.
Oh, all right.
See you later. See you guys later.
More
Bye.
playing, less reading and writing. Double sub. We're going to try and get to it at 17-9. Nia Crittenden played her ball 2 years at Oregon, then transferred to Illinois, graduated in 2016. Majored in journalism. Maybe the key cam can finish it up for us down there. I want someone to sub in the key cam. Just
wouldn't that be awesome?
left back for one play.
Take the flag down.
Yeah.
Or leave it up.
No, you gotta
easy
leave
target.
It up.
Easy
Just
target.
Leave it up, yeah. First player to appear in a professional match with a backpack on. Not enough of the net on that dig to pull it out, but the lead's still 7. There's Key with the go-kart flag. She rides a recumbent bicycle all week here in Dallas. Don't know if anyone knows that. But yeah, Key, it's not hand-powered. I didn't say hand trike. Key's still having fun. Not as much fun being had on the Team Lowe side. That double sub in now, trailing by 7. They're down 1-0.
And it's pretty hard to get in any kind of rhythm, not only when you're not really finding the offensive consistency that you need, but when you have the chance to serve, you miss a serve. So when there's multiple things going wrong, it's kind of hard to pinpoint, okay, what do we have to choose now to work on? There's not just one thing, there's many things.
And here's the problem. You're going to be down big at this rate into that third set. Tough to take the overall. Look at Farah.
100%.
No, that was a middle's dream right there until it was a nightmare.
Hey, but I love middles throwing up the paws, trying to deliver a perfect set.
Yeah.
I got to hand it to her.
Oh, I love Rachel getting in there.
I mean, you got to try it at some point. She has a long career ahead of her. I think try it now.
Every middle thinks they could have been a setter, if only. The only one who could have been is Jeff Nygaard. That kill down the line, and the leaderboard continues to flex. What a move it would be for Betania Dela Cruz. She would move right back to the top section of the Geico leaderboard with a sweep. She would have been swept yesterday, get a sweep today. She is currently chasing Danny Drews.
How cool is that, how it could just change in the matter of a day, that leaderboard status. With a sweep, so many points in that team win, and then on top of that, getting a sweep. Also an added bonus, right, for the players if they get a sweep.
They do. Teams trading side outs now 19-12. Let's go back to the top. Drews in there 23-74. You see Dela Cruz started up the weekend more than 300 points. Drews reversed that in back-to-back matches. Drews scoring more than 400 points for the second time in her AU career. The only player to do it twice. 408 and 410. Quite remarkable few weeks. She put the 408 on the board. She also had 350. While Betania, until tonight, had been struggling sub 100 in both the first 2 matches.
Well, we're seeing the Betty that we know right now, using the block when she can. And you can see here, Rosenthal and McNeil, good positioning, just maybe a little bit off timing. Betty has a heavy swing, so you really want to get those hands over the net. Penetrate as well.
Betty has switched her position. She's now serving from the middle of the court. Going straight ahead. Not quite close enough off the dig. All effort given by Fallon.
And that's difficult if you're Betty. You're putting so much power into that jump serve, creating that return. To not be able to convert it, frustrating.
Set over, punched up. Huge block, Taylor Morgan. That play brought to you by Morgan Bell. Owners and purveyors of many phone booths across the Minnesota area.
There you go. And it's difficult to hit against Taylor Morgan. Here's why. She penetrates so well. She's not focusing on going high when she blocks. She's going over as far as she can. I would say that's her best quality as a middle blocker.
Rosenthal saves it off the joust. Dig by Fanoy Moana overhead. Yes, Santos Lamb scrambling to get back. Who can finish it? Noami. Did she get hands? Yes, she did. We need a travel graphic right there. Noami Santos Lamb ran 187.25 feet and got the kill to finish that rally.
I love it, putting the work in.
They are about to finish the second set in dominant form. Team Dela Cruz, if they can close it out big, they'll be up in the overall and be looking at a possible brooming opportunity.
I am unlimited because I believe in me and I know that I hold my own power.
I am unlimited because I am strong, I am boundless, and I'm blessed.
Because I never give up.
I am constantly learning. I have overcome so much and I'm still fighting.
I feel unlimited when I play this game.
Because I am a woman, I'm capable of doing anything that I want.
I am a mom and an athlete and a human being.
Second set, 22-13, Team Dela Cruz on the roll. They're up 11 in the overall. Carly Lloyd feeling the flow, doing the bull dance, and things looking up for Team Dela Cruz on this third night of play. Fans, things looking up for you. Be sure and get your AU Power in My Voice tee today. The Power in My Voice tee was designed to inspire voter participation, demonstrate the power in every person's voice, and encourage fans to exercise their power through their vote and other forms of civic engagement. Items are available now at shop.auprosports.com, so buy yours today. Taylor Morgan out of the timeout, drops the serve, dig by Fallon Fanoy-Moana. Both teams employing the double sub in this match, killed by Rosenthal.
And I was just waiting for the moment for Alicia Childress to get Rosenthal in the game. There's been a few opportunities with a perfect situation, a perfect pass, to get her the ball, again, to open up those pins.
Rosenthal now to the line. Yeah, she can be tough from there. Is it a point? No, it's out of bounds. 23-14.
And I think with the way that Bethania Dela Cruz is absolutely on fire in this set, we're looking at, we could possibly be looking at a sweep. I'm going to knock on wood or something.
Yeah, unique
for Betty Dela Cruz. I need to hold my horses.
Here, you're going to win the overall perhaps very early in the third set.
Right. But Betty, 9 attempts in this set, 6 kills, 0 errors.
Well, they're going to leave the double sub. Here's Santos. A double sub again being used. Farah in the front row. Fanoy-Moana. Ball too tight. Defense there. Fanoy-Moana can't put it away on the second one. Betty with the dig. There's a full head of steam for Fallon. Back row, Betty. Benson, nice play. You heard Farah calling for the ball, love it. Noma dodges the bullet. That is the best Keanu Reeves impression I've seen in Athletes Unlimited.
Yep, and it helps when you're 5'4", right? You can get to the ground. It's a little bit closer, but really, I think Stahlzer's going for hands actually on that swing.
Set point. Stahlzer, dog by Santos Lamb. Betty for the set, yes!
favor of Dela Cruz and her squad right now.
25-23, followed by a dominant 25-15, 50-38 headed to the third. What a bounce back by Betty.
Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate.
Tonight's match is presented by Aspiration, the global leader in sustainability as a service. The Athletes Unlimited drone was unleashed. And I'll tell you what, Team Dela Cruz was unleashed in the second set. They lead now 50-38 in the overall on the strength of 25-15 second set victory. Highlights through two.
Let's take a look at Team Lowe. Jenna Rosenthal right here, coming from the far right of the court, wrapping around all the way. Good connection with Childress for the cross-court crush. And then here you can see Taylor Morgan, base defense for her block. That's where she's starting. Can't quite make it all the way. The line spies the seam for that kill. And Team Dela Cruz. Here we go, high ball set. It's her bread and butter. It's what she wants. And you can see why here, hitting over the block, getting a touch on the block. And then let's take a look at Noemi Santos Lamb all over the place here. I hope she's wearing a Fitbit because she has got her steps in one play of the game. You can see her touching that ball for the defense, coming back. Does she need to block? No, she doesn't. Off block defense. Let's get out and let's attack. What are we gonna do? Oh, there we go. She got the touch.
77 feet in one play.
The fact that the ability to track that is amazing.
Coming up next, catch the College Hoops crew in studio for the latest tournament news as they break down the day's madness and make their picks for Monday night's championship game right here on CBS Sports Network. North Carolina leading Duke right now by 3 with 15 minutes to go. Your two-screen experience happening on a Saturday night. Well, volleyball and basketball as Nia Crittenden will start this set. The double sub will begin, and maybe it's not a double sub. As we look at the stats through two, a whole lot of Team Dela Cruz.
And Dela Cruz, I'm looking at the aces. I think all of those are attributed to Dela Cruz as she goes back to serve now. You can see why. Everything else is pretty close, but let's take a look at the serve and pass game as we continue.
Betty bad toss, and that created the serve. She has a really low toss, so little space to adjust.
She has such a fast arm swing that usually works for her, but I think I would err on the high side of the toss if it's me.
Magic number in this third set for Team Dela Cruz to take the overall is 14. Black, and it's 2-0. Shadir McNeil keeping it warm. Already 80 team points for Team Dela Cruz. They're trying to sweep it after being swept last night. Will be just our third sweep of this 2022 season. Oh, just enough of it. Crittenden staying at the net. It paid off. The Modesto, California native.
And that's her job. You know, one of her jobs as playing opposite, the middle blocker is not only responsible for watching the net and all the things like that, but just staying in your spot, watching for those little plays like that.
3-0 opener. Lloyd back set to Taylor. It is Battle of the Taylors in the middle, won by Sambothi.
The triple Taylor situation.
It is a triple Taylor situation here. How do you cut into a big lead? You open 4-0, back to within 8 in the overall. There is life on the side of Team Lowe.
being a mom, there is no manual. Being a mom, there is no right or wrong answer. It's trial and error, and you just do it with love.
It's hard, but it's also, it's really incredible experience because my daughters can follow me, can watch me play, and can be surrounded of amazing women.
He say, "Oh, mommy, I'm so happy to be here with you." And he's not fan of volleyball, but he likes to see me sometimes playing. But for him, it's more important to be with me.
I think that having them watch me is probably the biggest vision for this experience. Spending the time with them, having them be curious about volleyball as a sport, be curious about what I do out there.
It's kind of cool when I think of being able to represent moms everywhere who want to follow their dreams and are working to support their kids at the same time. And I think that being somewhat of a trailblazer for that is really cool.
One day being able to explain to her that this wasn't easy, but it is possible for you to be more than just one thing. I'm really excited to be here and be a mom and an athlete and more.
All the littles watching the bigs here in Dallas, and that was a big reason why Shayla Castro returned to this league and chose this as the end of the road for her as a player, is the opportunity to have her daughters here, have them taken care of. And that's true of all the moms. We got a good look at Famous Fair. He can report he made TV this weekend. Betty with touch and the first point for Team Dela Cruz here in the set. For Team Lowe, what do they need coming in? What have they already delivered on to get this 5-1 lead and now back kind of in the conversation for the overall?
Well, I think that with the double sub happening and getting the middles involved, with getting Taylor Sambothi on and you know, trying to incorporate that as much as they can, that's the difference right now. So if they're able to get the ball to the setter to run the middles, that's going to be the big difference going forward.
Let's go down to Key. I think she found Taylor Morgan's mom, Jennifer.
I did find Taylor Morgan's mom, and we were just chatting that so Taylor's dad is a track and field coach?
Yep.
And you are
college professor.
So she has a little bit of both smarts, brains, and athleticism. But where does she get most of her personality from?
You know what? Taylor is tailor-made. She is like nobody else I've ever met. She is her own person, 100%.
She said that when I went to visit her in Fort Myers, she called herself a little bit extra, and I feel like you can see it out there on the courts. But she hasn't taken you yet to the coffee spot where we went.
She has not. Like, there's always so much to try to fill in when we're in Florida to get it all in, and so we haven't got to the coffee place yet. So
I had to tell Tamo, I was like, take me somewhere that you really love to drink. She's like, we could go to Starbucks. I was like, no, Tamo, we're not going there. Well, what do you guys get up to when you hang out together?
We shop a lot.
Okay.
I like to shop all day, and Taylor likes to spend lots of money, so it's a crazy combo.
Is it your money or her money?
It's usually my money.
Tamo, you're wrong for that. You know you're wrong for that. Treat your mom with some respect.
But she gives great gifts, and so I have to give her that. Taylor gives the best gifts in the world. So.
She does?
She really does.
And she's a little bit of a singer. Do you as well sing?
Yeah, we all do. She's got 2 sisters, and when we get together, grandma, we all sing.
I can imagine that the reunions get a little bit rowdy. Speaking of rowdy, you guys, the fans tonight are on the next level. Taylor Cruz team fans are in the house.
They are going crazy.
Yes, Kevin.
Key, I want to know what Matt Bingle's go-to song is.
Okay, what's Matt Bingle's go-to song?
It would have to be, oh man.
You have some insider
Living on a
knowledge?
Prayer.
Okay.
I know that they sing that, yeah. Is that Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer? Yeah. Yep. That one will get everybody going. He'll sing that.
I'm not sure that would get Tamo going though. I feel like she's got a different
It'll get her going. She loves that. Her and Matt, they'll go crazy with that song.
Yeah.
They'll go ham. Yep.
Well, Tamo's one of my favorite humans. She knows it, you know it, I know it. She loves narwhals, and I can't not love a person who loves narwhals. So, thanks so much for being on the broadcast.
Thank you, Key.
Narwhals going ham, and you know you're wrong for that. All in one interview. Key, great job down there. That was amazing.
Mixing it up.
And things are creeping back to the amazing zone. Slowly here for Team Dela Cruz. They're trying to do some work.
And Team Lowe keeping Taylor Bunstegenroot in the front row And Betty Dela Cruz, her team, possibly capitalizing on that.
Oh, a couple of one-handed stabs, keeps it alive. Noma perfect pass, outside, no, to the middle. Betty missed it. That ball looked like it was stood up just a little too much. 8-5.
And if I'm guessing right, I'm thinking Betty wants that back row attack, the set for her to be a little bit closer to the net. She's a jumper. She wants to be able to take a long approach and lay into that one.
What a bad pass. Boy, all aboard the struggle bus for Team Dela Cruz.
Yeah, and I think we need to see more from Team Dela Cruz, taking more risks on those high ball situations. If delivering a tip, a roll shot, anything like that to Team Lowe right now is just a kill right back in your face, because they're going to run the middle. Sambothi's in the front row. We know that Taylor Bruns-Tegner, she likes to run the middle. She likes to play fast. So Betty Dela Cruz needs to fire her squad up, take rips at high balls.
All right, Taylor Sambothi. She's doing a nice job. She's kind of caught fire here. 9 kills on 14 swings, being credited at this point with 2 blocks. And she's everywhere. And I saw a sock puppet in there. Bad pass picked up by Benson. She is also everywhere. Missed connection on the tip. Count it for Valines. 10-5. A reversal of the second set.
And great placement right here by Valines. And that's the perfect spot because both defenders, that's right on the halfway point. That's the line where normally when you're in defense, you say, this is the halfway point. I get this side, you get that side. She tipped it right on that imaginary line, causing confusion.
Keep an eye on that overall score. That's what you need to watch for 60 points. Good touch. Chance to get closer. There it is, Valines in transition. And it is now 55-49. They're down just 6. They trailed by 12. They've cut the lead in half to start this third set.
And just a great rip here by Valines. She's able to cut it inside of the blocker's hands. I think the block was set a little bit too wide on that one. They could have brought it in a little bit further to get the point.
A 5-0 run from Team Lowe has a timeout called. Cass Lickman doing Key's job. Time for the Geico defensive play of the game. Mo Tamo.
Take a look there. Great footwork, getting hip to hip, so springy, low and over, inside hand here. Textbook.
That's worthy of a song.
I'd say so. Which song?
That's up to Taylor Morgan. Checking her watch, yeah. Taylor, we're midway in the set. Your team's down. Time for a comeback if you want to grab that sweep. Fans, you want to join us at Fair Park Coliseum. You got 2 weeks left. You can watch all the action in person. 3-game and 5-game flex plans are available. Get your tickets today, auprosports.com/tickets. Remember, it's double headers every night. Come on in, enjoy 2 games, 2 matches. We're going to be on Wednesday night, Friday night, and Saturday night next week. And then we'll have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday finish. Championship hardware coming your way in 2 weeks' time.
I'm so excited to see Defensive Player of the Year. I think that's the one that I'm
$5,000 goes with that. Special award from Geico. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year wears number 40 and is on the side of Team Dela Cruz right now. There is Noma. Will she take it home again? Or will it be Amanda Benson or Morgan Hentz?
And Valines said it worked before, it's gonna work again, and I hope she does it until it stops working. Great paintbrush roll shot by Madison Valines.
$55-50, that overall score. How about that? 5 points.
Looking at where Stahlzer's gonna go here. Over to Noami.
Betty chops it through the block.
Great set, Carly Lloyd. Great choice to go behind to Betty Dela Cruz on the pipe. Betty trying to fire her team up. I think she wants what we saw in the last set. It was in one moment,
a lot more
a
of her.
wave of energy and a lot more of her. Talk about leading by example.
Well, we are here in Dallas. I love me some me.
So set me.
Yeah. We need a little Terrell Owens Dallas version, but Betania Dela Cruz. I thank our official partner Geico for their support of athletes unlimited volleyball. 56-51 in the overall. Team Lowe trying to avoid the sweep. They lost the first two. They have a commanding lead here in the third. They are not all the way back for the overall yet. Stahlzer, tough swing. Dunked straight down into the net there.
I like the idea by Carly Lloyd. We haven't seen it yet in this match. Maybe a little too much excitement on that one. A mismatch here. Take a look, Betty Dela Cruz, who is blocking her from Team Lowe. We've got a height mismatch.
You see it right now. Bruns outside, rolls shot off the heel of the hand. Pretty. I think that goes down in Hermosa at about 11:30 in the morning.
Yep. Third time we've seen that from the lines in the last probably 4 or 5 plays.
That's the best one, though, where she's kind of dropping it off the heel,
yeah.
like a Nick Lucena, although that'd be down the line. Sambothe with the dig. Betty trying to use that smaller block, cannot do it. Ball pushed over that time by Lloyd. Always a threat, the lead back to 4.
And I like the movement from Team Lowe. Jenna Rosenthal, for her size, just great lateral movement. And she really is long and gets those hands over the net, helping out Taylor Tegener. Block.
Trying to go setter to setter, a little collision on the floor. The lines, a lot of tough swings. Net violation will negate the stop.
What a lucky break. That's always a good feeling when you get blocked, but then the team who blocked you netted.
16-7. Crittenden back. Betty tight, pushed. Again, tight again. Kept alive. Crittenden pushed into Betty. No one's getting a good swing here. Belines finally takes a cut. Oh, and a miss. A disjointed point. Ends in strange fashion in a potentially dangerous collision between Rosenthal and Belines.
And that's something we've seen, and we might continue to see, just those miscommunication, and that just comes with the nature of the way the league is set up, changing teams every week, not getting used to the player who's next to you, not even maybe knowing who's next to you at some point with all the changes.
Team Lowe still doubling up. That was a powerful attack. 3-point advantage is all that Team Dela Cruz has managed to hang on to. Crittenden, Stahlzer, Rosenthal, the front row with the lines, and the hybrid serve at the line. The Geico leaderboard constantly changing. Drew's still at number 1. Dela Cruz back to 2. Will she go to 1? Betty right side, hands, yes indeed.
Of course, name of the game, Betty knows she's doing it.
There's the Geico leaderboard for you to watch. Shayla Castro would be captain once again. Looks as though the Drews-Valentine Anderson connection is going to be broken.
Right. All good things must come to an end.
Taylor Morgan heads up play alongside Deja McClendon. McClendon in the match. Her team down by 7 in this third set, but still leading 60-55 in the overall. Timeout called by Team Lowe. Lead just 5, and what we thought might not be that much of an entertaining third set has turned into that. Kevin Barnett alongside Katie, and here we go. Here we go, back in. We didn't expect this at all, did we, Katie Carter?
That's right, and I think I may have spoke too soon off air saying I think they're gonna get a sweep. Team Dela Cruz, we expected the energy to run from set 2, where we saw Betty Dela Cruz take over that set and just lift up her entire team. But it's definitely switched sides now. And I think the reason why is all the changes that we've seen on Team Lowe's side. We have a different setter in. We have Taylor runs second route, running the offense quite well, getting the middles involved, and allowing the outside hitters to kind of thrive a little bit more.
It's interesting in this system that you're never quite out. All those points count so much. You can sort of throw a set away in regular scoring volleyball. Here, had they been able to score even 3 more points in that second set, that'd be hugely impactful to our situation currently.
Exactly, exactly. So that's the beauty of this league, right? No, you can never give up, and that's what we're seeing now. We're gonna see that fierce, never give up, mentality come out of these players right now. And I think especially this time in the week, third, last match of the week, we got the draft tomorrow. Let's see what we get the final of this set.
You played in this league last year. What do you draw on in these difficult situations when your team has lost the momentum? If you're on the Team Dela Cruz side, how do you help regain it to your side? How do you help pull it back? Well,
I think just doing exactly what we see she's done now, making a few subs, getting some new faces in, some new energy, because that's really the name of the game at this point in the week. And in a normal situation, you're playing 1 match a week. You put all your energy into that, all your preparation in that. But now people are seeing new faces. The energy is probably a little bit down, and especially Betty Dela Cruz. She's taking a lot of swings out there.
Playing volleyball right now, but that is not all that the Athletes Unlimited brand has to offer. There is so much more. Lacrosse and softball happening. Season 3, we're going June and July. Dates are there. I know tickets are on sale for softball right now. There is season 2 for lacrosse, July 21 through August 14. Come on out and enjoy a sport that I think a lot of us volleyball players wanted to play, but it just wasn't around at the time. It's experienced tremendous growth in the last 15 to 20 years. That ball finds the floor eventually.
What a windmill of an attack by Jenna Rosenthal, really having a chance to open up, full swing on that. I think Namaris Velez-Agosta had a hard time handling the heat for Rosenthal.
4 points. Still the lead. Running out of time. But, making progress, Jenna Rosenthal. Remember, the magic number in this one is 14. So at this point, you have to score 6 before you let your opponent score 4. It's almost like a drill in practice.
I was gonna say, that sounds familiar.
Like a wash. There won't be any down balls, though. There'll be no wash.
No free ball, down ball, wash. Straight up side out in defense.
Bad pass, but it was touched. Oh, that ball could have been set. Outside, Crittenden into the deep corner. McClendon, tough swing, blocked by Crittenden. Stahlzer in the block and down. 20-10. 2 points down in the overall. This would be an amazing comeback.
And what we're seeing here, take a look at Stahlzer. She's not able to quite get her feet to the ball, but just with pure force, she's breaking it through the block as Taylor Morgan is a little bit late to that block.
60-58 in that overall. Rosenthal going to that deep corner. Inside the block and down, Erica Wilson with the kill. They need 3.
And with Bethania Dela Cruz in the back row right now, let's get ready to see a lot of back row attacks. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Betty Dela Cruz is saying to setter Carly Lloyd right now. Give me the ball.
That ball called down. Not reviewable, by the way, and no argument from Carly Lloyd, who had the outstretched hand. Team Dela Cruz hit 520 in set 2. They've been under 100 in this third. Stair McNeil. Fair crossbody dug up. McClendon can't handle that heat from Stahlzer. 22-11, 61-60. They have all but obliterated a 12-point deficit, has Team Lowe here in the third.
What a Jekyll and Hyde situation from the second set. Such a shift in energy.
Stahlzer with a dig, transition footwork, on point. Roll shot, and we're tied at 61.
Lindsey Stahlzer just unstoppable. We've seen 3 different types of attack in her last 3 points.
2 points away, perhaps, from a monstrous comeback. I don't think anyone had this in the third set.
And this is why it's so exciting.
Team Lowe said, hold
system.
my beer. Watch this. Huge stuff block one-on-one. Stahlzer puts Team Lowe up 1 with 1 to go.
And at the beginning of this match, we talked about who's going to fill in for Lowe, who's the go-to. I think we have our answer.
Lowe for what would be 100 points. No swing. Where do you go? The setter finishes!
What a way to end the match. Taylor runs Tegenroot with the lefty southpaw swing to finish it.
63-61, nobody saw it coming. Taylor Bruns Tegenroot said, I feel like a normal person that snuck into AU last year. Well, she snuck one in here at the end in what is one of the best comebacks we have seen in league history. 25-11, Team Lowe puts 100 points in their pocket, 63-61.
What a way to end the week, and Lindsey Stahlzer stepping up all week, especially last night and tonight for Team Lowe.
We said that the transition game had to go somewhere, and it went to Lindsey Stahlzer as expected. Madison Valines finishes in kills with 15. Stahlzer a follow-up performance. Sam Bothy huge, 10 of 15. We will be right back to Dallas. This, an emphatic stuff for the next to last point, and then Taylor Bruns Tegenroot, double sub. Good night now. The third set of the overall belonged to Team Lowe. Team Lowe, in miraculous fashion, pushes Team Dela Cruz to an 0-3 weekend after a possible sweep is averted. And not only averted, but straight up crushed in the third set, winning the overall 63-61. Taylor Bruns Tegenroot comes in, part of the double sub, and you go for the swing on match point? Yes!
Yeah, it was. I didn't really plan to do it or think of it. It was just one of those. In the moment, we as a team just accomplished so much. It was kind of those, why not?
What happened between sets 2 and 3 on the bench before you guys came out and put that 5-0 on the board?
Yeah, we stayed together as a team. We didn't split up. We didn't go apart. And we just said, let's fight for this. We don't even care if we win this match. Let's fight for this set. And I think that was the key, that we weren't even concerned about the match at that point. And we got it, which was great. But we just said, leave it all on the court. This is our last chance to play together.
Taylor, is it difficult to scout at this point the opponent? I mean, other matches, but today especially with all the changes and stuff going on, how did you guys prepare?
Yeah, we just try to talk about every single player there. I mean, every team has 11 amazing players, so you just have to always be ready that someone's going to come in and change the game. And I think credit to Joe, our coach. He did a great job preparing us, and we just all were focused together, really communicated about it, and so the changes didn't faze us.
You're a student of the game. What do you bring that's special when it comes to trying to adjust either in-game or out?
That's a tough question. I just think that when I'm outside, I'm always trying to help the other setter and look and see, any changes it can make or any tendencies of the other team, their middles, what they're doing. And, working with Alicia this week was just amazing because she talked about a student of the game, like somebody that knows it so well. I feel like, if anything, I was just a soundboard for her because she already is seeing so much. So I just think I learned a ton from her this week. That was amazing.
Have you had a call-in from the husband? In volleyball terms.
Like,
she's the MVP.
What do you mean?
Have you guys discussed what's been going on this year?
Oh, yeah. Yes, so my husband was a libero.
Right.
And he's been super impressed with as has everybody. I mean, 4 amazing liberos here. So no complaints there from him. Now that he is officially retired from the national team, he's been setting for his club team. I'm a little salty how good he is. He's definitely giving me some pointers.
I was going to say, what pointers are you giving him now, if any?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was like so excited to give him pointers, and then I watched him play, and I was like, dang it, you're really good.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, libero, he's got those good setting hands anyways, so the rest is pretty easy for him.
How would you contrast last year and this year?
I think the level is raised. I think we had a great group last year, and the PEC has done a great job to bring even more. The energy this year is just amazing. There's so many women here that are just bringing so much to the sport on and off the court, and I just, so blessed to be a part of this. I really just, I'm loving the energy and the fight that every single team brings every week.
Fantastic. Congratulations. The draft comes up tomorrow. Has that process been better for you this year than last year?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think having been through it, this year has been a breeze. I just have been so happy with every team I've been on. I really feel like there's no bad teams, so the draft doesn't really stress me out.
All right, no bad teams, no bad nights. Congratulations on the comeback and the finish.
Thank you.
All right, now let's go down to Key, who has Lindsey Stahlzer, who played a huge role again tonight, especially at the end.
I've got Lindsey here, and I'm so sorry I had to break up a hug. Was that your cousin or your niece, nephew?
My nephews, yes.
Oh my gosh, your family. I feel like you can see them. They're right there.
Yeah.
Hi, Stahlzer family. You did amazing tonight. 8 kills, 8 digs, and you guys just came back and crushed it. That was incredible.
Thank you. I know, it was a battle. We knew Gold was going to be just as hungry for a win as we were, and we knew Betty was going to go off, and she did, like Betty does, and
she tends to do that, yeah.
Yeah, but we just made the decision that we were going to fight tooth and nail to the end and never give up and stay positive. And yeah, once we saw it, I was like, oh wow, we're within range of winning the match.
Yeah.
Just 3 more points. Let's go. Let's go.
That's what's so cool about Athletes Unlimited. You're never out of it, right? You were down 2 sets, and you could have come into the third and been like, oh, well, I guess we've lost. But no, you literally can still come back and win, even though you've lost 2 sets. Incredible. What else has been awesome about Athletes Unlimited other than just hanging out with me all the time?
That's the best part.
Obviously.
Oh gosh, just honestly, like we said yesterday, like we lost, but it was like one of the most fun matches we've played in a while. It was just like, you know, you saw it was back and forth and back and forth for so much after 25. So it sucked to lose, but we, you know, played some amazing volleyball, and we showed our hearts and we poured our hearts out on the floor, and we had so much fun. And tonight too, it was so fun to come back and just get that win.
I love to hear you say that because you're one of the most experienced players out there. You've played in so many countries. I know that because you showed me all of your jerseys when I came to visit you. But to say that you're still having fun with it, and do you see yourself coming back for another season next year?
That is the question, I know. You know, I always just like play it by ear, see how I'm feeling, and the body feels okay, a little tired after this weekend, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm still having so much fun playing.
And you're crushing it. You're so springy. No one would know that you're questioning retirement because you're absolutely awesome. Well, thank you so much, Linz, and back to you guys in the booth.
Katie Carter, sometimes it's not about your overall stats, it's about when you make plays.
Exactly. And let's take a look at Lindsey Stahlzer here. She starts off so strong, swinging high, swinging all different sorts of shots and angles. You can see here, she's hitting all different spots of the court, reading the defense, not only doing that, blocking, beautiful stuff block, and just having so much fun out there too with her squad.
All right, Katie Carter, you played opposite last year in this league. You've had a chance to spend a few nights here with us. What are your personal impressions of last year versus this year?
Well, I have to say I agree with Taylor Bruns-Tegenroot is the level has raised a bit. And I think one thing to mention, too, is we are missing a key leader from last year, Jordan Larson. And I think without having Jordan here, it's actually making it a little bit more open for everyone to have the idea of, oh, man, I can win this whole thing. And you've got your Betty Dela Cruz and you've got Shayla Castro and things like that. But I think that we're seeing people pop out of the woodworks. And I think Lindsey Stahlzer was one of those players that we saw tonight.
Why is this a viable option for a player coming out of college? We've seen several come and have success. Unfortunately, we've lost Lauren Stivrins to injury, but Danny Drews is another that has stepped in and made an impact right away.
Well, I think it's an easy transition for a college player wanting to go to the professional level, and whether they continue playing Athletes Unlimited for their career or not, it's such a nice dose of life after volleyball without school and things like that.
Well, tonight we had a thriller, an absolute thriller of a comeback, and I love from Stahlzer, we were just playing and all of a sudden we looked up and we were in it. Playing in the moment is huge.
No, and I think we did the same thing. All of a sudden, Team Lowe was in it, and I think sticking in it till the end, and that's the beauty of Athletes Unlimited.
That is the beauty of Athletes Unlimited. Every point counts. You never know when a couple of points in the middle of a set will make a difference. Tonight, the difference was in the third set. For Katie Carter, for Key Michael, and our entire Athletes Unlimited crew, the end of week 3 is here. And it was a 63-61 thrilling comeback from Team Lowe over Team Dela Cruz. Week 4 starts Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget to join us tomorrow for the Athletes Unlimited weekly draft on Facebook and YouTube. That's 1 Eastern. AUProsports.com for all the information. Another amazing night of volleyball from Dallas.